Hello everybody, how are you? I want to send you an end of year message. I want to let you know that I am very grateful for 2016. I know that a lot of people are railing against 2016 because of what we feel has been a significant loss this year of prominent figures and loss of family members and friends in our lives, and even the loss of the Obama presidency. But what I've experienced in my life in 2016 has been great. And there's a sense that for me, if I were to blame every bad thing on one particular year, then I am somehow discounting, even betraying the goodness that has happened in 2016. 2016 has brought for me lots of blessings. I've seen achievements in my daughter's life, and I've seen achievements in my own. I've had some really good creative work for my projects as well as those of my clients. I've had some spiritual breakthroughs. They were difficult getting through them, but then when they happened, they were glorious. And I'm in a much better place than I was before I started those processes. And I'm also experiencing the beauty and the joy a sweet personal relationship that started this year. So I cannot, even with the difficulties I've experienced and the losses that I've experienced and the pain that I've experienced in 2016, I cannot rail against one year and call it 2016. It's 1 year out of a whole lot of years that I look forward to living, out of a whole lot of years that this earth has been in existence. It's 1 year. I'm thankful for it. I thank God for a good year, a really, really good year. And so I think part of the reason why I wanted to record this not only was to say blessings to you as you move from 2016 to 2017, but I also want to encourage you to acquire a certain perspective about things, to take the time to journal if you don't already. It's a spiritual practice that I have every year. Between Christmas and New Year's, I take the time to read my journal entries. It keeps me honest in my memories. I think that our journals hold details that our memories forget about exactly what happened. And when we review those, then we're able to see patterns in the past that are some of them are repeating currently. And that can be a productive thing as well as a challenging thing. But it really helps with a sense of perspective. Because what is most troubling to me about 2016 is not necessarily that it's wreaking havoc in our lives. It's the amnesia, maybe, that it seems like we have as humanity. That when we look at period movies or read a historic book, we can clearly see that some of the stuff, a lot of the stuff actually, that we are experiencing has happened before. So why is it that we allow it to happen again? That is frustrating to me. So if we can hold some kind of balance, if we can keep things in perspective, if we can live in awareness, mindfulness, in a certain reality, to me, that's where the hope lies, to not repeat the mistakes of the past. That's why I bring all of this up, especially as our nation is watching the horizon of a Trump presidency coming into reality. These are things that his presidency makes things occur in present time that we thought were long gone, things that we thought we had eradicated from our society. So let's not be myopic or nearsighted or blind even to say that 2016 is a unique year. Let's take it for what it had in it and keep a good perspective about it. Many of us have gone to the theater to see Denzel Washington and Viola Davis in the movie production of August Wilson's Fences. And August Wilson writes in Fences that we must take the crookeds with the straights. And that's really what life is about. I think it actually is in the Bible, where it says it rains on the just and the unjust alike every day. So just because some of the hard times and the atrocities and the losses have happened closer to home this year doesn't mean that that same number or that same magnitude of occurrences didn't happen in other years. We may have been somewhat insulated by them. So going into 2017, I've seen a lot of memes saying we're going to go into it like a boss. We're going to sling our hair and we're going to take off our shades and take command of it. But let us not be fooled. 2017 has its own challenges ahead of us. There's a certain amount of management that we can exert, and there's a certain amount we never will be able to do, because life has a momentum and a purpose of its own. So let 2017 be the wonderful year that it is intended to be and that it can be. A lot of it can be based on our perspectives and how we look at things, how we respond to things. Let's give thanks always, and let's keep grief and gratitude in its appropriate places. And it will be much, much better than we ever thought. What actually makes us happy is when we can do what we want to do without imposing on others. I have found a great deal of happiness this year. And so I suppose that is what my greatest wish for you is, aside from all of the other philosophical things I mentioned. A wish for you happiness. Be who you want to be. Do what you want to do. Go after it. It's there for you. You are a human being endowed with the ability to create your reality. You ought to do so, obviously, with a certain amount of ethics. We are to do it with a certain amount of ethics and care and love for God, the divine, the universe, however it is that you regard this energy that's greater than ourselves. Love ourselves and love others. Care for yourself first so that you have something to care for others with. And then just do be. Seek freedom, justice, with a certain amount of faith. And be happy. Take good care. I do love you. And I so appreciate your support. Let's see what 2017 has in store for us.